We need to up our game and shit. We need to do comedy butt naked, right?
He blew his eye socket off and his eyeball fell out.
White women keep kidnapping us. Y'all seen The Blind Side?
Aren't you glad we have that disclaimer at the beginning of the episode?
It's going to come in handy for this episode. This week's episode is brought to you by Big Boy Raps. Mention the Voice Party and get $200 off your first graphic rap or color change. Big Boy Raps, where the big boys play. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Voice Party Podcast. I'm here with Corday. What's up, Corday?
What's up, man? Why you just point to me randomly? Like you didn't even mention my name. I'm like, you don't.
You know what? You missed the cue when I do that with Joaquin. I say Voice Party Podcast, and he says podcast, and then I come back to the intro. It's
I didn't know I was supposed to repeat podcast.
It's all good.
I was like, supposed to say my name?
No. You're chilling over here with Corday. How you doing, Corday?
Doing good, man.
Over here looking like Grissom from McDonald's. What's up, dude?
Hey, I got my own shake. Dude. Fuck you, dude. I'm famous out here, right? I started a whole fucking trend out here, all right? For purple's in, all right? Don't fucking try to get at me, dude. Right? Thank you, Grimace. Thank you, Corday.
Here with Phil, the ones and twos. What's up, Phil?
What's cracking, crackers?
How you doing? There we go. That's what we needed to start the show. Last time this guest was here, we took over his episode, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Who's we?
By we, I mean Corday. But
y'all was joking, man.
Hey, I'm always happy to see this guy. I see this guy a lot outside of comedy. Yeah. Make it loud for our homie Chris Posadas.
Hey. Hi.
What's up, dude?
What's up, bro?
You know what I always say to myself? I say to these guys, we need to have more Filipinos on the show.
You never say that.
I never say that.
I was going to say, I was like, you feel like a lie, bud, and you just looked at me in the eye and did it.
Well, I was thinking it the other day when I was eating kare-kare.
Yeah, he says we need more Filipino food for this podcast, not people. I'm like, you should bring people to. He's like, nah.
Work on
I'm all
it,
about
JD.
Inclusion.
No, you're not.
And food.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, you know
bring
what,
the
though?
food.
We do talk food.
No, we do.
Filipino food is one of my favorite food.
Well, yeah, was it...
We went to eat duck the other day. That was amazing.
It was good, too, because who was it that brought that duck to the show?
What's her name? Forget it. Chris, the homie Chris, and the duck, her.
You act like I was there.
You were there.
You went to the Chinese restaurant with us after.
Oh,
he said, "Oh,
that was that time."
Yeah, you remember there was some white people outside. Tony was hosting,
and they broke his glass.
And then the girl walks over to me and goes, "Save that duck." I'm like, "Why you saying it?" Because she thought that they were gonna fuck with the duck. Oh man,
I didn't see none of that. Yeah.
And Chris was like, "I'm standing right here, man. You racist ass drunk bitch."
So give him some backstory. This comic friend of ours has a duck.
Oh, okay.
And this drunk couple came by saying that duck is in danger. We need to save that duck.
It looked like that she was going to try to steal it from Chris, too.
Yeah.
Oh, bro?
Yeah, a little bit.
And then it looks like the drunken wife was trying to hit on this guy. And she was in his ear, we need to save that duck, and after I suck your dick. Like, it looked like that. It was something like that, right?
It was kind of weird. She hugged me, and then she whispered in my ear.
Yeah.
And I was like, why would you tell a Filipino not to eat an animal?
I know, because they were walking their dog. Okay, all right, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was like, if you fuck around and keep talking to me, I'm going to eat your dog. Fuck that shit.
We need to save that duck. I'll trade you this dog.
Yeah, that one has more legs.
Okay, I know that's like the typical joke for Filipinos, but have you ever?
I haven't.
You have families?
My grandpa did. He told me, he's like, yeah, one day, I was at home and we were eating and I was looking for my dog and I asked my dad and he was like, oh, you're eating him. I was like, oh shit. And he was crying. He's like, it's good. Real shit.
You know what? I asked this Filipino guy that I used to work with if he's like, oh yeah, all the time growing up, but it's different kind of dog. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean?
They're fucking feral.
They're feral dogs.
They're just dogs that run around the block, man, and they just snatch them up.
Okay, all right.
So it's not like
it's not usually the house pet except for my grandpa's. It was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
We can't afford to feed him, so we're gonna eat him. It's like, fuck it.
Would you eat it if you went over there and you saw it? Like they make a fucking poodle.
Yeah, I mean, if it's good.
Caldereta.
I mean, a lot of meat though is like I've had
fresh Shih Tzu ready for about 5 minutes.
Honestly, if I'm over there, I'll fucking try it. Like I won't eat balut. but
Yeah.
like the little half-grown fetus duck egg.
I ate that.
What'd you think?
It actually wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Except for when the little skull popped in my head. And that was gnarly. Because the bones were like cartilage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I fuck with cartilage. Like, I don't give a
too.
shit. I eat pho all the time.
Yeah.
But like, I don't like eggs. So
Really?
yeah, I don't really fuck with that.
What would you eat, dog?
I was thinking about it as we talked about it. I probably would try it, and then I'd be like, "This ain't Rottweilers." Or like, "What dog is this?" Kind of like
Different dog. They look like greyhounds, right? Like a lot of them that they.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't even been to the Philippines.
Yeah, what the fuck, bro? Oh man, this is supposed to be my representation.
Oh, I'm half white. That's the problem.
okay.
You look Mexican.
I know. I get people
your
confuse me all the
white
time.
Your white side should definitely go to the Philippines because they love to take over and conquer places. So you should definitely go. You should have went at this point.
Okay.
Yeah.
Case in point.
Like I'm half white. Oh, white people don't like to travel to other places. Like, look at me, I'm here. You know?
Just like to stick their dick in other colors and be like, I'm not taking care of that. Let's leave it here.
That's very true.
Like your
Especially Asian
grandfather or something, right? Whoever.
No.
Wait, what are you? Half Filipino, half what?
So
See, I don't know this about you.
See, my parents, they did 23andMe, but before 23andMe, I knew I was half Filipino, Irish, Swedish, German, Croatian, Dutch, and Welsh.
Shit.
And then when my parents did 23andMe, we added in like a quarter Italian, Russian, what else? Jewish, and then like Vietnamese and Aborigine.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's hella shit. Yeah. So my ancestors like orgies. They just didn't like fucking anybody tall. It's like
yeah.
it's like I'm Croatian, but like I'm hella little. Like what the fuck?
Oh, Croatians are tall?
Croatians are big as fuck, dude.
Okay.
Yeah. They're big. I didn't get those genes though.
I didn't know. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah. They're fairly big.
So you got all that. I thought you were full Filipino because you look a little different from your face.
What does that mean? Explain. You look different from your face. Well, you haven't seen my dick. It's like it doesn't look the
Because
same.
you look like you're half something else. Like
Yeah.
you look like you're half Mexican.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
You know, you look.
Do I look more Mexican with the longer hair?
Yeah, you look okay.
Definitely.
No, you
Yeah.
look like a. I'll be honest, with the long hair,
Yeah.
you kind of look like a male prostitute.
I can live with that energy.
That's not a bad thing, JD.
Yeah,
It's
that's-
I'm not saying it is.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you know, I joke with you about Antonio Banderas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zorro.
No, it's cool, man. They at one of my accounts, they call me Mr. Wick. They're like, right this way, Mr. Wick. Don't kill me. They be opening the doors and shit for me. And so I dressed up as John Wick for Halloween.
You're like that guy that dresses up like Vin Diesel. What's his name though?
Oh,
Can you grow the beard out?
I can't connect it, man. I just look like a swashbuckler.
That's where the.
That's it.
That's the
It stops
Filipino
here.
right there, huh?
Yep, that's it, man. I've shaved this one time, and I was like, I don't like it. It looks weird.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, aside from the double chin showing,
Okay, yeah, there you go. I was gonna say.
aside from that,
yeah.
it also feels weird not having this.
It does.
I like doing this when I'm in thought, you know.
Yeah.
And then it's something about it. Just, I mean, maybe if I didn't have a double chin, I would.
Well, it shapes the face differently. It makes
Yeah.
it does. It's like facial hair makes like you look at Drake, man, what he used to look like, and now that he has the beard, it's like okay.
Yeah, it's super
Yeah.
funny. Yeah, because I remember Drake would only grow the beard out, and he wouldn't have a fresh cut. But then all of a sudden, he got the fresh cut and the beard. Going.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like okay. Yeah, Corday was like, I'd fuck him.
Nah, not all that. I'll steal his music. I'll write a verse for him.
Yeah. Just one.
Yeah, just one. I'm trying to get paid, man.
What's up with you, bro? How you been, man? Since the last time you were here?
Dude.
I think the last time you were here was 2021.
It was.
What?
It was like it was just as everything was kind of coming out of the pandemic.
Yeah, right.
So it's like, this last year has been a challenge as fuck, dude.
You've done less comedy since the pandemic, right?
I was doing a lot of comedy before I got this job that I have now.
What's the new job?
So the new job is I deliver linens and scrubs to surgery centers and medical clinics and like endoscopy centers and stuff. And it's cool, but I start like at 1 a.m. sometimes.
Oh,
So it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
and then like 10 to 12 hour days. So it's like, I don't got no time to be to be doing none of that shit.
Is it the prep? Are you delivering before like they prep or something like that?
They prep usually the day before.
Okay.
But it's difficult to fucking go out and try to do stand up and then catch 3 hours of sleep and then drive a truck. I'm not trying to kill nobody, fall asleep at the wheel or nothing. So it's like, well, I was going out for like 4 months over to Punchline, and Ben finally learned my name. Yeah. But I remember he was like, Leroy? I was like, that's the other Filipino motherfucker, bro. He was like, and then he got it. He was like, oh, okay. So when I was seeing him, I was like, all right, well, at least he knows who I am now.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, dude, I got this job and I couldn't go no more on Sundays. So it's like, because everybody be out kicking it. It ends like at 11, basically.
Yeah.
So I was like, I got to be up in a fucking hour and a half. There's no way this could work.
It starts earlier now. They just started at 7:30. Yeah.
Okay.
So it starts at 7:30, ends like at like 9:30ish.
Yeah. If I get less than 5 hours of sleep, I'm fucking.
Oh, same dude.
It's bad.
Wait, so you start at 1 a.m.?
Yeah, most nights.
Fuck.
Yeah.
You working tonight?
No, not tonight. We don't work on the weekends, but like I'm scheduled 4 days a week, and Thursday is my worst day. It's fucking terrible.
Okay.
But I'd be bringing back like carts that are full of like a bunch of linens and scrubs and shit. Some of them be weighing up to like 730 pounds. So it's like, and I got like six to like about 9, 10, 11 sometimes, and the truck only fits like 12 carts.
How's it like working graveyard shift, bro?
It's cool. No traffic in the morning, and then if I finish, usually I finish around like in between like 11 and 1. So it's like
11
a.m. or like 1 p.m. And then like I can go ahead and do hella shit, but by the time I get home, it's like, you know, because it takes me, I'm down to Los Gatos in San Jose, so I'll drive up to Hayward to go back to the station, and then it takes me 45 minutes from the station to get to Alameda.
That's really
like, yeah, it's like, fuck, dude. So I end up getting home like in between 2 and 3.
Is this your first time working graveyard shift?
No.
I don't know how you do it, man.
I don't know how I do it either. One of my bosses is like, why do you have so much energy this early in the morning? He's like, are you on coke? I'm like, I could be. Like, I'm just like this. As soon as I wake up, like I'm the same. So it's like, I don't need coffee, but I prefer to have some.
Yeah, because I even one time I worked like a job that started at 2 p.m. and I got off like at, I don't know, 9 or some shit.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it, bro.
No?
I can't do graveyard shit. Like it's
You started at 2 p.m.?
Something like that.
2 p.m. or
That's like swing shift.
2 p.m. That was just not even graveyard.
Okay.
I'm saying it's like just starting at like 2 and getting off at like
10,
some shit like that.
Yeah, it's weird because we don't exist at the same hours as the rest of the world.
Right. And
so it's like
it's not healthy either, right?
Yeah,
like,
it's just like I don't see anybody. I have no human contact. But like I'm in these hospitals and shit. Everybody like, you know, I talk to people.
Yeah.
They're all up.
Yeah, they're cool as fuck. Yeah. Like they're awake. Some of the places like I have access to get in before they open, and sometimes I'll see them. But like other places, I have to wait till they open.
Yeah, like why do you start at 1 a.m.? That was my question.
Because it takes that long to do some of the shit. If you're doing your job right, you have to go in and count every article that you drop off that they have on hand. Mm-hmm. So it's like I'll do a count to see how many like flat sheets that they have, and there's places that have ordered hella shit, and they'll order by about like 500 pounds of shit that is taken in one spot.
Okay.
And then I do a count, and then I put on their invoice how much stuff they have on hand, and then I drop off whatever it is they need to get back to whatever their invoice level is at.
Gotcha.
So if you need like 100 of these sheets, I count. You have 50, I'll drop off 50. So it's meaningful work though. So
yeah.
Like, I don't mind it. The people were all hella nice, except for a couple of accounts. We're not gonna mention their names.
Yeah.
Till 11 a.m.
Yeah.
is when you're done. So you do like a 10-hour shift.
Yeah, 10 to 12 hours. Like, dude,
Monday through Friday.
Monday through Thursday.
Oh,
but they're gonna move us to 5 weeks.
Oh, so you're
and like they pay that. I'm making double what I was making over at FedEx. I think our orders are here.
Hey, okay. All right.
Hold on, let me double check because
my order's here almost.
Oh, it's just been picked up. All right.
Speaking of, last time you were here, you talked about how you spend over 1,200 once on DoorDash.
No, 1,800.
1,800.
God damn, dude.
You still have the same reaction.
Has that gone down? No.
Actually, it has. It's gone down. It's like 600 now.
Oh, that's not bad.
You sound like the Rocket Mortgage. Like it's like, what the hell are you spending $600 on DoorDash for? You spent $1,800.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't every month. That was just one month that stood out
That's
to
when
me.
you were in love too, right?
I was so at that time I was living with a girlfriend, and also her mom we had moved her mom out from Texas, and then I went out there. Her brothers didn't go out there, but I took time off of work to go do it, and then her brother, who's my age, and then her younger brother. So it was a lot of. So I'd order food for everybody, and then I would order a separate meal for me and eat whatever I got them also. I was a lot chubbier.
It's expensive, man.
It is hell of expensive, but that's why I got Dash Pass, because they take off a lot of the fees.
Me too.
So it's like
I got like when I ordered earlier.
I don't know how to cancel my Dash Pass, and I'm still paying $10 a month for some shit I'm not even using. So
wait, did you do monthly or did you do the annual? It's
monthly.
It's monthly. Okay.
But you know what
But I can't cancel it.
I decided though.
What did you decided?
I decided
Comedy
comedy pays for my DoorDash. If I buy something like DoorDash, that's coming out of comedy, whatever comedy may.
So you're spending $40 a week.
That's how I justify it.
Okay.
Like, it's not coming from my own. Like I'm,
I do that with Amazon sometimes.
Yeah.
Like I want a book, it's like $20. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, well, I made like $40 or like $50 here or something like that. So then, yeah.
That way, it's not coming out of my paycheck. Because
Got you.
It fucking pandemic, bro.
Man, I'm not a lazy person. I remember when my girlfriend at the time she got me hooked on the shit. She was like, "Oh, I ordered DoorDash." I was like, "Why don't we just go pick it up?"
Yeah.
And then I got used to it, and I was like, "I don't want to go anywhere. I'm in my underwear. Like I don't give a fuck."
Jacking off, baby.
Yeah, you know. You were there with me.
I ordered DoorDash more while at work from working from home because if I ordered at 11. Lunch would be at 12, so it would come by like 11:45 or something like that. So I could just always just have it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But then sometimes it was hard to try to go out during like a 30-minute break and try to get something because it's just like you can't even get it. Yeah,
I love seeing my little DoorDash man.
I do that too. I be tracking them. Yeah.
Hey, our guys are probably the same guy.
That would be nice.
That would be hilarious.
That'd be hella nice. He's like, well, they just picked it up, so I don't know
I
how
see
far
them
away
driving,
they are.
and I'm like watching this shit. Just like
you ever get like more hungrier because they close?
Because they're closer. Yes.
oh yeah.
Like, come on, man. Come on, man.
Oh, he's almost here.
I gotta finish.
I remember one time, I was like, "What the fuck is taking him so long?" And it was like literally like an exit away.
Yeah.
But I was like, "Hey, did you run into traffic?" I called him. I was like, he's like, "Yeah, it's a bunch of traffic." I'm like, "Oh, okay, man. Just making sure you're okay. I just want to make sure you get here okay."
Yeah.
Hey, do you tip well?
So they put in the automatic tip or whatever, and I fucking put that in on accident a couple times. Yeah. But basically, what I started doing, because the way that my apartment is set up is there's a 1301 that's like right next to me, and I'm 1301 and a half, but you can't list that shit, right? So I leave in my notes. I'm like, yo, if you drop it off at 1301, that's the wrong door. I have snacks at my door. It's like, and I leave shit for like all the drivers.
You're an ex-driver.
Because I used to drive for FedEx. Yeah. So I was like, people that leave shit out, I'll take care of whatever the fuck you order. I don't care what it is. So I leave snacks out for them, and then if they drop it off at the right door, they get snacks, and then I tip them. Yeah. So if they find my door, I'll leave them like $5. Yeah. Like sometimes, like I used to leave cash. I used to leave cash. I used to wrap the cash around like the snacks and shit. Yeah. But now I don't. So it's like, cause somebody will walk by, cause like a lot of people walk by my door. So I was like, I don't leave the money out no more. It was like, we're gonna rob them. I was like, I don't want to have to use my gun right now. Like,
have you ever, when you were delivering, did you ever have shit like that go down with people? Because when I was doing door to door, well, I had people call the cops on me. I'd have people say, "Hey, if you ever come back here, I'll fucking kill you." Like, oh, okay. So.
Oh yeah, I've been in a couple fights. Somebody broke into my truck and stole my backpack and a couple of packages.
People don't understand the shit that drivers have to deal with, man.
No, yeah, they're like, all you're doing is like, no, dude, I got to worry about getting run over. Yeah, I got to worry about fucking a dog eating me in your yard because you don't have
drunk
a fucking
drivers.
sign up.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, like I got to worry about getting robbed. Like, and I was delivering out in East Oakland from the lake down to fucking the deep east over in the 80s and shit. We used to deal with hella shit, bro. It was wild. One dude stole my shit on Coolidge, and I had a helper with. Well, no, he just stole my backpack and a couple packages, and my helper, because we split up. Like you get shit done quicker. I went across the street. He went to the house right next to the truck. He came out and he's like, "Hey, did you have a backpack and like you leave some packages on like the floor?" I was like, No, I don't think so. Why? He was like, some guy's walking around with a backpack. And I went in. I was like, that's my backpack. He took off right after him. Yeah. And I hopped in the truck and flipped a bitch and went around. And this guy was standing in the middle of the street because I couldn't see nobody now. This dude was standing in the street. He's like, they went that way. I was like, thank you. Went down and we went down Davis over in East Oakland, right in between 35th and Coolidge. And as soon as I pull up, my boys got him by my backpack. And he was like, as I ran out the truck, I was like, what the fuck you doing, bro? He was all like, I was like, don't be taking nobody's shit. What the fuck's wrong with you, man? Like, and you could tell he was like a younger dude. Like, he was like in his early 20s and he was definitely homeless.
Okay.
So I was like, and I had that look in his eye where if you kick his ass, it's not going to make a difference. He's had his ass kicked before. So I was like, man, what's wrong, bud? I was like, don't be taking nobody's shit. You should have
kissed him in the cheek, bro.
I should have licked his balls. then he'd come back and maybe help.
Yeah, you know what? I need to quit doing drugs.
He gonna start looking for you.
Yeah, right.
Hey,
you changed my
right
life.
there.
He's like, hey, bud,
like, backpack.
come and get it. But I asked him. I was like, dude, do you need a job?
Yeah.
He was like, yeah. I was like, we're fucking hiring, dude. Yeah. Like, you don't need to steal nobody's shit, dude. Like, I was like, no, you're going through some rough shit, but like, come on, man. Like, we can fix this. Like, do you want to get hired? Because we're hiring people. You got a license? What's up? Like, we got a number you can call?
And that's why the drivers get stuck sometimes from delivering your shit.
Yeah.
You see them like...
Yeah. I remember I had to drop off a package, and I remember because I was a helper for a company, and like I'm walking up, it's like this big thing, like long pack or something like that. So I'm like walking up, and I was like, you sure that no dogs are out here, right? It's like, yeah, I'm sure there's no dogs over here. We know these people. And then so like, all of a sudden I see it's like, but check your surroundings, because sometimes like
always,
right?
Always.
So I see the garage door open, and I'm like, oh, this might be bad. So I'm like walking up, and then all of a sudden I see the dog come out, and I was like, oh shit. And then the dog like looks at me, and like it had like a toy in his mouth, and I'm just like, okay, it's just gonna keep.
And just drops it,
and just drops it, and I was just like, oh shit. And then it didn't want to, it like bended his arms, and I just turned around and started running.
Drop that shit and dip.
Like, no, I still had the package. I was like, and I'm running. I was like, oh, stop the package. So then I throw the package, right? And then and I was like, and then the guy comes out. He's like, sorry about that. I was like, man, fuck you, dude. Yeah. Fuck you and your damn dog, right? And then the lady comes back. She's like, what happened? What was you yelling? I was like, that dude's fucking dog came out and chased me. He was like, where's the package? I was like, I threw that shit. It's like, you can't be throwing packages. I was like, fuck that dude and fuck his dog. I was like, almost
could kill you.
I was like, I ain't trying to get my ass killed or fucking chewed up because, look like a not a German Shepherd, but like a husky. So I'm like, big ass, like, you know how huskies are small, but they're like big and stuff, and they start chasing after you, energetic. I was like, I'm gonna have to like run hella hard, like, to get away from this damn thing. But yeah,
we had when I used to do alarms.
Your donuts are here, by the way.
I appreciate it.
Oh,
They're the front door. They don't read instructions, and that's how I also determine the tip.
I think it was the same guy, bro, because my banh mi's are here.
Your banh mi's here? Yeah. Okay. Well, they took a picture of the shit. Your donuts are outside.
There, or?
No, they're in the front.
Okay. This happened when I was working in the alarm company.
Yeah.
This fucking coworker of mine, he was like this short Asian dude. He was crazy.
Yeah.
And he got kicked out of a house because the old lady couldn't restrain her dog. It was a pit bull.
Yeah.
And he literally pulled out a screwdriver. Lady, if you let go of the dog, I'm gonna kill it. Straight up said that to the customer. Okay, get out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and then I had to go back. Because then she had it in the backyard, but she was like, oh, I'm sorry. He was really strong.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm going to kill the dog. I'm going to stab his eye.
Yeah.
But I get it, too, because...
Yeah, you don't... I mean, most people, they're like, oh, they're friendly, and then they fucking bite you.
Yeah.
And then it's like, because we had a driver get attacked, and then I got attacked over at one spot on...
Did you get bit? Like hard?
No. On 28th Ave over in fucking East Oakland, right in between Foothill and East 15th. I pull up to the house. The gate's open. Right, and I saw this lady walking in there. They have like 10 cars. It's kind of a big house.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, cool, no dogs. So I walk out. It's just an envelope. Right. So I drop the envelope off on the porch. I turn around. There's a German Shepherd and a fucking husky.
Oh hell.
I was like, oh shit. So I was like, I can't hit him with the package. It's the fucking envelope, right? So I get down to the stairs and I'm like fucking flexing on him and shit, and the husky jumps at me, and I take my scanner, I fucking smack the shit out of it, and he's like, and took off, and the fucking German Shepherd sitting there was like, it's like, you know, where you're at a club and shit, and you get into a fight, and, you know, and your boy gets his ass kicked, and you're like, hey, that's my ride, I gotta back him up. Like the dog's just sitting there like, and then he backed up, and I'm walking out, and the owner comes out, and he's like, I'm so sorry. I was like, you need to put a fucking sign up, you dumb motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
and
the
then
thing people don't realize. They
don't realize, right? And then I'm walking out, the husky comes running back, and I fucking turned around like that, and he was like, oop, and then turned around because it remembered.
That's the thing that you gotta, like, if
they don't get it.
If anyone's listening though, like for real, if a dog's charging at you and you kind of do like they kind of flinch.
Yeah, a little bit, because
throws them off.
Yeah, they're like, oh, this one's not scared.
Unless it's like a police dog that's trained to fucking.
Yeah.
A regular house dog. Yeah. You could like. Make
it's what it. Yeah. Yeah, they're like scared. I hit the dog so hard too that I cracked the scanner.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, oh, this is where the tooth was. Yeah. And then I remember on 38th off of Foothill.
We're not advocating for animal
cruelty. No, I'm trying not to get bit.
Survival.
Yeah, fuck all that. Yeah. But there's a gang of Chihuahuas that were just running around rampant one time, and I was carrying a carpet, and they started like trying to chase me, and I turned around, started running at them, and they fucking took off. I was like, and some lady was standing in her fucking in her window, her living room window, and she was like, I was like, what did that look like though? It was like you got a fucking FedEx driver chasing dogs holding a carpet.
It's like them coming after you, and then you come back. I was like, ah.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck, dude. I don't care. That shit was fun though. Yeah. Like, I'm honestly, I've been through so much shit and seen so many things driving for FedEx. It's I kind of miss it because like I could get away with so much shit.
How long did you drive for FedEx?
8 years.
8 years. Yes.
Yep.
That's a long.
For a cool minute, and I was driving big rigs at the end, and then I got suspended, quote unquote, and then I just never came back, and then my boss hit up the company I work for now, because he used to be a FedEx driver, and that's how I got hired. Oh, so it's like, okay. But it's been an interesting journey, man. I miss doing the FedEx shit though. Like, it's kind of fun. Okay. Like, just listen to whatever I want all day, and then on top of that, like, I can cuss people out. I can't do that now. Like, I get there, I get fired. Yeah. Back then, I'd be like, oh, this is what happened. My boss was like, I got your back. I'm like, cool.
But the pay is more now, so that's
way more.
Well, that's a huge benefit. Like, I remember I was telling you, I was like, hey man, you need to stop like working so much. You need to get back on the comedy shows. But he's like, nah, man, it's like, I got a girl. I was like, nah, man. I was like, I'm always encouraging people to always get back in the comedy game. Man. Yeah. Like, stop working so much, or figure out a good schedule. Because I did FedEx. That's why I was like, I know it's hard on your body. I know you be working up super early and stuff like that. I was like, how you doing, man? Because like certain seasons, I'm like, this is the busy season, so I'm already knowing you about to get like a fuck ton of stuff. So.
Well, it wasn't even that bad though. Like, I would work on average 5-6 hours a day, and I get paid for 8. Okay. And I was like, I remember I worked straight, like 4 months straight, 7 days a week, because I was, I'm efficient when I would do that shit. This shit, even if you're efficient, you're still going to be out for a long time. Yeah. But like, the thing that made me really sad about the Copper Spoon closing was that was the only place I was getting up for a minute, because when I'd show up, they'd be like, oh, you want to do a set? I'm like, I don't want to take nobody's time. Yeah. Like, I'm just coming to kick it. I don't have nothing to do tonight. Yeah. They'd be like, you're fucking going up. I'm like,
exactly.
Thanks.
That's what I came for. I was like, I don't want to intrude, stuff like that. You going up. Okay, cool. I'll take the time.
But for real though, I would just show up to some shows sometimes when I wasn't doing nothing, just because I wanted to hang out. Yeah. And like, if you throw me up, like I'll say, I'm like, fucking, why not? Yeah.
A few times I came late to Copper Spoon, and it was like 8-ish or like 8:15. He was like, oh, dude, why you didn't come earlier, dude? I would have put you up. I was like, I was at the house, and I'm just like, I'm not staying in the house till 11 p.m. So I was like, if you got room on the second show, cool. If not, I'm just hanging out because I don't want to be home. Like, it's definitely one of those things. Like, I think I feel when you get older, you like, okay, I could stay home tonight, but I've been especially been in the house all day. Yeah. It's like, I want to get out and do something. It's not a club or something, but I just want to be out around people I like, and
Well, hanging out, like, that's one thing I love about hanging out with comics, and I miss so much, is like, we can have different kinds of conversations. When I say shit at work, sometimes people are like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, you have feelings." Like I forgot about that shit. We don't have those.
Yeah, or like we already know this is a joke that someone's about to start saying, so don't take this shit seriously. Yeah. But then sometimes you do be looking around like, "Hey, we gotta watch out when we say this around people," because they're like, "Oh my god, what did you just say?" It was like, "Nah, that's not what I meant. Like we're comics, but okay, we're testing out a joke. We're trying to see like the reaction." Yeah,
kind of you piggybacking off of each other. You know, it's like we're one up, and that's like normal people don't do that. And there's nothing wrong with normal people. You know, I used to be one.
Like I think last time I seen you, like I came up and like I gave you a high five. It was like, "Why you didn't hug me? You could have hugged me, dude." And I like hugged from back. I was like, "What, you want me to hug you?"
Like he started joking. I'm not gonna lie, bud. I was gonna tap for a second because your arms are humongous. I was like, "Hold on, wait. I'm not at that height where you can do that without me choking." I was like.
I remember you tapped me and I was like, I know what that meant.
He was like, I got him. I was like, no, you got me, bro. That shit was hella funny though, because fucking Big T looked and he was like,
Perfect example of something that you probably go through just happened right now.
Yeah. What happened?
Oh, look at that, the coffee.
Yeah.
So this just happened right now.
Look, and I haven't listened to soy sauce.
Soy sauce.
I don't know why it looked like when I put in the address, I forgot to put the suite number, but it changes it to a number. Yeah. So instead of the letter D, it changed it to a number. So this poor guy walked around the whole building looking for apartment 2.
Yeah. Oh shit.
And he was pissed.
And he quit.
he was pissed right now, and I kind of like, I feel it. All right, I feel it. That's my bad, I guess. Yeah. He was like, I walked around for fucking 10 minutes looking for it. Yeah. And I'm like, we were just talking about you, bro.
Where the fuck are you? Yeah. It was JD's fault.
It was my fault. Well, no, but I entered it and it shows and it changes it. Now it says D, but the dude was pissed. He was like, I walked around. So I gave him a bigger tip. Yeah.
Well, I was just going to say, did you tip him? You tip him?
I already had given him the tip that they suggested.
For your fuck up?
But now I added another one. Yeah. So like.
Oh, you got powdered donuts, dude? Okay. All right.
Yeah, get it all over your purple ass shirt.
Thank you, Grimace. Because I'm not a big fan of powdered donuts, but I'm definitely gonna eat these.
Well, there goes your appreciation for donuts.
No. I was gonna go into a story. I was like, I'm not a fan of powdered donuts because it does get
best. But they're hella good though.
Yeah. Like I remember my dad, because growing up, it's like your parents or stuff like that introduce you to certain stuff. So it was like, do you like the crumb? Do you like the chocolate? Or do you like the powder?
Chocolate.
And then, so chocolate, right? But everybody liked chocolate. So I wanted to go away from stuff. And my dad would always get the powdered donuts because he knew everybody else liked the chocolate. I liked everything.
Smart.
I liked everything.
I fucking hate this kid.
So I used to always eat what he eat. I was like, are those powdered donuts? He was like... My mom was like, my mom was like, no, I got you the chocolate. He was like, he don't like chocolate, babe. He's like, he likes what I like. So I'm like, yeah, because then he started getting the crumb. And I had the crumb, and then it was over because I found out my dad. The
crumb's good.
I found out the crumb is good, and I found out my dad and my mom liked the crumb. But my mom really liked the crumb, and I liked the crumb too. So I would like just eat them while she wasn't looking. So she started, coming a roll. So it was 8. And then like she would take one and it was like 6. And then like she would take another one. Then it was like 4. And then one time she reached for one as I was reaching for it. I was like, it's like, is that where they've been going? I was like, these are delicious. I was like, Dad usually buys 2, one for him and one for me.
You get rid of those easy.
Yeah.
You know what? Going to people's houses to see how other people live.
Yeah.
Sometimes, especially in our job that we go to house. One time I went, this dude had the roll of the chocolate. He was this big, fat piece of shit guy. Where I look at him and I was like, I gotta get my life together. Cause that could be me. I'm close to that.
Yeah.
But I saw this dude. He would get like, he would open up like a roll, and he had like 3 in a row, and he had taken a bite and he set it down. And I saw 3 donuts mushed together, and they had been bitten. And I was just thinking, I don't ever want to go to. I never want to get to that.
My 600-pound life inspired me to go vegan. Most people always ask me, why'd you decide to go? I was like, because I thought I was gonna be fat as fuck. All right, literally, because one day my ankle swelled up on me, and I was walking. You know that people who you do the side to side like walk and stuff.
They waddle,
and I was like,
penguin.
All right,
Danny DeVito penguin.
I was like, oh, this feels comfortable. I'm like, this is a lot better than. Then I was like, oh no, and then like I was sweating.
I guess you already passed shit around.
Yeah.
Let me just say, no one on my 600-pound life is single.
No, the men are. The women aren't. I've watched it because I tried to start working on a bit specifically for my 600-pound life, and I started noticing all the women had families, had multiple kids. The husband was always smaller than them, but every time there was a man on it, it was him by himself somewhere, and his mom was cleaning them. So I was like, women, they could be big as hell if somebody still loves them. I was like, dudes.
Those big chicks get paid to fart on people's faces. Like, big, you seen those?
Is that why you got a wig?
No, you could do anything, and you could like. There's no such thing as not people not liking you for your weight anymore. I feel like that's changed a lot.
I forget where I heard this, but somebody told me best thing about big girls is they give great head because they're always hungry.
Yep.
I just say that because they got to be great at something, so that's what they choose. So, like I always say, like I was like, big women give the best hand jobs because they got extra padding right here. I was like, oh, this is salt? Like, oh, this is like Charmin, extra salt.
Was this double quilted?
Exactly. Yeah. I was like, you skinny chicks, y'all hands it be hurting. It be like tighten, like ugh.
Yeah, using the little spears, man. Fucking knock that shit off.
Exactly.
You end up feeling like Batman when he's trying to fight Clayface.
What the fuck?
I know exactly what you mean, but my mind went different. I was like, Clayface just wrapping around, but it's because he's black, but it's my dick though, so it's like just wrapping around, like yeah. So yeah, they need to make that character too. That's the one character I'm waiting on in the Batman scene.
Yeah, you know what? They haven't done that yet.
Are you in the comic book movies?
Yeah. I mean, like my I grew up mostly Marvel and shit. So, but like my uncle had hella DC shit too, and so did my dad. Like my dad liked the Green Lantern. I have like the series where Superman dies after he fights Doomsday.
Yeah.
All that shit. I got the original Infinity Gauntlet. So like when they came out with the movies,
the one before
so it's like, and then when they did the Adam Warlock bullshit with this last one, I was so disappointed because Adam Warlock's a badass, bro. They made him kind of a little bit
because I remember James Gunn said that he was supposed to Adam Warlock was supposed to show up in the fourth one, not the third one.
Yeah,
but the thing that happened, stuff like that. So Adam Warlock came in, and I was like, this wasn't the original plan. Yeah,
he said, yeah.
I
bodied that. You caught that like a lineman.
Yeah, but I mean, I have good hands and I can catch. But I'm like looking at him, I'm like, dude, I'm like, okay, just try to like kind of a.
This is like at the zoo when the bear still got like a piece of bread in his hand. He's like,
yes, right here. You bit that like it was your last bite.
You know what? I'll say this. I've never seen a human eat more food than this fucking guy right here.
Skinny people always eat a ton of fucking food, yo.
Yeah, I lost 30 pounds, though, with this new job, which has been nice. So I remember my friends were like, we don't like Fat Chris. And I was like, me neither. It's like, I'd be out of breath more. But yeah, I love food, man. If there's one thing, like that's like when I told my girl.
You ate everyone's leftovers the other day at the Chinese restaurant.
I did. I still do.
Jeez.
Yeah, when I was growing up,
you were there. This guy,
memory. But nah, man, like when I was growing up in elementary school, people wouldn't finish their lunches. They just give them to me.
Really?
Yeah. They'd be like, here, I'm not going to eat this. I'm like, all right. Like, I just like food. Like, that is, if there's one detriment in my life, that it is food. I spent all my money on it. Like, we went out last night to go to dinner. And I was like, it was an expensive place. It's Epic Steak over on Embarcadero in San Francisco. And girl was looking at the fucking prices. She was like, are you sure you can get it? I was like, there's one thing I spend my money on. It is food. Food and gas. That's roughly about it. Clothes, I don't really buy new clothes. I mean, these pants are new, but that's about it. Food, though.
Gas and shoes. And
gas and shoes? Yeah, see, I'm all food. I love to eat. Is my favorite.
I know you were having your birthday celebration at, what was it called?
Harry's Hofbrau.
Have you ever been there?
No, I don't know what that is.
You ever been to Harry's Hofbrau?
It's over in San Leandro. But yeah,
it's Thanksgiving all year round.
Basically, yeah. It's like you walk in, it's like a cafeteria style. You just tell them what you want. They put the shit on a tray,
steak,
and then there's hella beer. So if you like beer, they have like over 100 beers. Yeah, it's good. Their mashed potatoes is good.
It's like being back. I like that because I know we're over here talking about food now.
Well, you're fucking eating it.
I'll put it away.
I don't care, man.
No, but
show.
it is like it feels like being back in school.
It does.
Waiting in line with your tray.
Yeah. What would you like? I was like, I want everything.
Yeah.
And I can pay for it.
Yeah.
But I don't want to.
And it's actually good.
Yeah, it's good.
So that's where you had your birthday celebration this year?
Yeah, it was just something chill. Like in retrospect, I probably should have done it later in the day or earlier in the day. But sometimes I don't even do anything for my birthday.
Yeah. As you get older, it's weird.
No, even when I was younger. I was younger.
Nope.
Like,
maybe that's just me. Maybe.
I either want to throw a party or I don't want to do anything. Like, it's weird. Like, some people, like, only reason why I'll do some shit is because my friends will ask me, what are you doing for your birthday? What are you doing for me? I was like, I don't know. I just kind of want to go surfing.
You surf?
Sometimes. I haven't surfed in a while.
You look like you surf.
I know.
Yeah. You're the dad in Rocket Power. That's
that's Johnny Tsunami right there.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, I get that sometimes too. Yeah.
Wait, so I wanted to ask you about something serious now. I saw you on TV recently.
Yes.
Not for the reason I wanted to see you on TV.
Yeah.
But I did. It was like I didn't know you had family in Hawaii.
Yeah.
While the fire was happening.
Yeah. So I lived in Hawaii for a little bit. My uncle has been out there since 1982 in Lahaina.
When I first saw you on doing stand-up, all the way from Hawaii, I think it was something like that. Someone brought you up. You're from Hawaii. Yeah. Yeah.
So. My cousin was supposed to give birth. My cousin's wife was supposed to give birth to their first kid the day that the fire started in Lahaina.
Oh shit!
And I remember seeing her story. Like, one of the telephone poles had fallen across the street. She's like, "Of course, this will be happening on the day I got to, go into labor or whatever the fuck." And I was just like, "Man, that's crazy." And I had work later that I had to get up hella early, so I wasn't on social media and shit. I went to bed early, and then it was about 6:30 when I started looking at social media, because I go and I'll post and ghost. Yeah, go ahead, take a bite, baby. Ooh, that mouth though. Yeah, let it hang off your lips.
Keep going.
You mean with the whisper or? But no, so I started checking social media because I post and ghost now. Like, people will send me shit and I want to check it, but sometimes I'm just like so tired I want to go through all the messages.
I do that too.
Yeah, right.
People would like send me like a bunch of shit, and I'm like, if you ever wonder why I don't respond to you immediately, like sometimes I don't, I'm ghosting right now.
Yeah.
So I try to post something that I want to do good, so I'll post it, and I'm like, I gotta do this.
Yeah.
Go.
It was crazy though, because when I saw the social media post, when I went to go post what I was going to put up, I was like, oh shit, the fire's really fucking bad. So immediately I go to call my uncle, go straight to voicemail. I call my cousin, go straight to voicemail.
Oof.
And I was like, holy shit, like, are they fucking dead? Like, and I was freaking out at work, so I was like rushing through hella stuff. I had to wait in my truck for like 10-15 minutes watching these videos and trying to keep my shit together, not going to the account fucking crying. I was like, 'cause I didn't know they're alive or dead. Yeah. And then throughout the day, like my mom was like texting because they were able to actually get some messages. But I at the point that I was almost done with work, I had like 3 stops left, so I was rushing through it, and I rolled through a stop sign and rear-ended somebody.
Oh shit!
It was hella. It wasn't that bad of an accident, but like I was out of my head. I wasn't even paying attention.
Yeah.
And I just remember after that, I got the word that they were okay. And I kind of needed that like 5 minutes before it happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's just been crazy kind of dealing with that. And because I lived there, we were there for 2 weeks.
At that house?
We were there 2 weeks. We were there for 2 weeks. 2 weeks before the fire.
Oh shit! Oh yeah.
So we were just there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we were just there.
I remember that. Yeah.
And then that was like a rough month too, because 2 weeks after the fire, my friend got shot in the head and was murdered right around right around from the new parish over in Oakland, where they're having the new fucking hella funny show. So I was like, I don't know if I want to go over there right now. Yeah. But that was like a rough couple months. And then yeah, dude, it was a lot to deal with. But I was on the news because Jason Toops, who does Alameda Comedy Works, he was like, hey, just letting you know, I'm gonna donate some money to the victims and your family. I was like, all right, cool. Like, that's the homie. He's always kind of looked out for me and helped out. Especially during this last year when I was out of work, and it was super crazy because he hits me up later on in the day and was like, hey, by the way, the news is going to be there. They heard about the benefit, so they're probably going to ask you some questions. I'm like, all right. Afterwards, he was like, apparently you're the only one they filmed. I think this is going to be about you. I was like, no shit. Mm-hmm. So I was just glad that they cared enough to ask about what was going on.
Yeah.
Because like they lost everything. They lost both their houses, so they had all their baby stuff in there. Mm-hmm. All that shit is gone.
All the memories.
Yeah, and just like, and then for me, like whenever, even still now when I watch the videos, dude, and it's like I still like kind of tear up. My mom and dad just got back because it was my uncle's 60th birthday, so they just got back from there. My mom was like, the drive was so hard.
Mm-hmm. How bad was it?
It's decimated. Like the
Santa
whole,
Rosa in 2015
basically,
or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, all the shit is gone. Like everything that I would recognize
is gone.
As all of Front Street, historic Front Street. Like, and the problem is that when they had the plantation running and the hotels got put in, they diverted all of the water from Lahaina to fill in those places, and it never got returned back when the plantation shut down. So it dried out Lahaina. Lahaina used to be very tropical, so they have constant brush fires during the summer when it gets too hot. And they don't have the infrastructure really to fight anything like that. And the winds were hurricane level winds. It was there 80 miles an hour. So it just fanned it, and it spread super quick. And I've seen different videos of it, and I was like, there's no way anybody could have stopped that, no matter how many firefighters you fucking had.
Yeah.
And they put in, in like, what was it, 5 years ago, they had another fire that destroyed some of my uncle's friends' houses and shit. And they've just lost their houses again after rebuilding. So, and the government has been zero help. The one time $700. It's crazy, dude. Like, yeah, they sent $165 billion to Ukraine. They're sending money to Israel, but cannot help a state inside of the country. That's what that's what's pissing me off more than anything. And then you have the governor over there talking about
George Bush is not caring about black people.
Well, Joe Biden don't give a fuck about Hawaiians either. It's like, that shit is so crazy, dude. It's so frustrating to see how much help they're not getting, and the land developers coming in and them wanting to, the government wanting to use eminent domain to take over some of the land. But a lot of the Hawaiians are a really strong community. They're amazing people. That's part of the reason why I'm not like dead or in jail is because I spent that very critical year living there and just like watching people practice aloha, like giving out of their hearts and not expecting anything back like it is out here. It was like, if I do something for you, you better do something for me. Out there, it's like, no, I just had extra to this. You're cool. You're my neighbor. I take care of you.
So what's up with your your family that lost their homes right now? What are they doing?
They're trying to go through the insurance. My cousin, my oldest cousin out there, she's autistic. So if they take any funding from some of these special funds that have been put together, they'll lose their funding from the state. So they can't really accept anything. They have to go through their insurance. The insurance, I guess, has been really helpful, my uncle has been saying. But they're like, he's like Dr. Dolittle, man. They've collected so many animals. They lost a tortoise that was there when I used to live there, 2007, 2008. Yeah, he just got burned up in the fire. They lost like 6 cats, and he just recently had to put down one of their dogs. They had like 4 dogs. So it's just like, it's super sad just to watch all those people go through it. And like the kids that I coached when I was living out there, they lost childhood homes. Some of my friends I used to train with, they lost their childhood homes. Some of them lost family members, and but they're still fighting, like, and the coolest thing about it is they were more positive about it than I was. Like, oh, we're gonna be fine. I'm like, why are you more emotionally put together than I am? I'm fucking distraught.
Yeah.
Like, and it's because I feel helpless, and like I'm not in a position to really help, so it's just it's been a very wild, challenging year. And that was kind of like the last few months, man, just really kind of still trying to go through it.
Is there anything that like you want to share for maybe some of our listeners, like where they can send in if they want to help out or anything like that?
I have a GoFundMe on for both my my uncle and my cousin on my Instagram page, soy sauce, butter, and rice. But yeah, but no, like it's I mean, more than anything, man, just I don't know, get word out to our fucking administration.
No more,
like, you guys suck.
No more attention is going to that.
Not as much. I mean, especially with what's going on over in the Middle East.
Well, for sure.
Like, that shit is, like, if there
crazy.
wasn't an end times before, like, it feels like it now. You know, it's like Albert Einstein said, like, I don't know what weapons World War III will be fought with, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones. And we're looking like that might be the case.
Yeah, it's starting to get, like, the more you watch it, it's like, fuck. It's starting to get worse and worse.
Yeah, so fuck as much as you can now. It's like, do it. You might not get another chance to do it. So yeah, man. I don't know, dude. It's the state of things is crazy, but that's like what I love about like, and I appreciate you guys. You guys are always, whenever I see you guys at shows, whatever the fuck, like you guys are always hella cool. You guys make it worth coming out. Like it's a good calibration for me.
I mean, you know, I used to always hit you up all the time. And just
we just bullshitting on our DMs. Our DMs are stupid.
Yeah, all the time. And I ask you about a certain person, and you're like, come on, man. I'm like, nah. And that's just how we start the conversation.
Yeah.
But then I was like, I ain't seen you in a while. Where you been at? He's like, I just been working. I'm like, man, fuck that, dude. Like, take a day off or something. Because I always hate when my homies get wrapped up in the work too much, and then like they don't pursue like other things like comedy and stuff.
This motherfucker, bro, quit paying your fucking bills.
No, not that. It's one of those like. Now I say take a day off, but I'm like, how? Like, Chris might be like, oh, I've been working hella days straight, and I'm like, that's not good.
No,
like, So I'm like, let's take some time.
That's his style though.
Yeah, but you know, you gotta take a break sometimes just to relax or come out or something like that, or kind of figure out a way, that type of things.
I mean, that was kind of cool. Like I hadn't seen you in a minute, right? So it was like when I went to Sean Boyle's memorial, I saw a bunch of people I haven't seen like in 6 months.
There you go.
So I was like, wow, and like a couple of them like, you're still alive. I was like, fucking here I am. Dude, I was like, dude, look at your hair.
Exactly, dude. Because we see with like the short haircut stuff, now it's like long. So it's.
But that's also a thing I like about. Certain people and you meet in the scene. Like the day I asked you to, I was trying to get you stage time that day, but you didn't care. You showed up anyways.
Yeah.
Sam Miller.
Yeah. That was fun. It was fun
just to kick it, dude.
I had a great time.
Those are some of my favorite things about comedy. Like afterwards, going to get food. We would go get food after with the homeboy Sam Miller, which I want to get on here.
Dude, Sam's so fucking cool, dude.
He's funny.
He's funny as fuck.
But off stage, we had like the funniest time with him at BJ's.
Yeah, he was like, what the fuck is a BJ's? I was like, they got a Pizookie. He was like, what the fuck? And I told him what a Pizookie was. He was like,
he's the reason
I might come.
He's the reason homeboy came out and hung out with us.
Yeah,
I talked with him more than any one of us did.
Yeah, he's just easy to talk to, man. He's just cool guy.
Cool stories.
Yeah, really good stories. Yeah, he was cool though. He was like, I think that I might try this Pizookie. I was like, all right. I was like, that's the only reason why I'm going.
Yeah.
I was like, I came out to see y'all. I wasn't caring about no stage time. But I was like, I saw there was a BJ's. I'm gonna get a Pizookie.
And I was super juiced when he was like, hey, we about to go to this Chinese food restaurant. I'm like, hell yeah. Like, I love Chinese food.
Especially recommended by my man over here.
Yeah.
I mean, he recommended it, true. But then also I realized it was the same Chinese food spot that I had went to before. I was like, oh yeah, I know exactly.
It's a spot.
Yeah. It's a spot.
It's the coolest fucking
What's it called again? Let's give him a shout out.
Gold Medal Restaurant over in downtown Oakland.
Amazing duck.
They're open till 3 a.m. I don't want to see any of you there because I don't want you taking up my fucking tables.
There's a lot of people there.
Yeah, a lot of people
we were
go there.
What, 10:30, 11?
Yeah, about. Yeah, I used to go there all hours. I remember I used to go there so much that the lady who works the register, she'd be like, where have you been? We thought you died. I was like, sorry.
Yeah.
I used to go there every week. And they knew my order. It was like honey walnut prawns, chicken chow mein with the crispy noodle, and wonton soup. I'm like, yes. Oh, and chicken wings.
I like that.
Just for me.
I like that sometimes when they know your order.
Yeah.
But it kind of is like, I should go other places. Or I should.
Fuck no.
Not
if it's
like
good,
that.
no.
Not like that, but you know what I mean?
I should stop coming as much.
Yes.
No. No.
One of my favorite.
Well, you're skinny, dude. That is a bigger dude. You have to worry about that.
Fuck that. Who cares?
I remember I used to,
our doctors do.
I go to this
Specifics.
I go to this pho place, and the lady, the owner, has a special little chili oil that's only for her and her staff.
Oh yeah.
And she gives me some. So every time
that's cool.
Every time I go, she brings it to me. She's like, and the only thing is when she brings it to me and I have heartburn, I'm like, I can't do it today. But I never want to tell her that.
Yeah. So you just get heartburn.
Yeah.
He's over there fucking having a fucking heart attack. He's like, the food's good. It's not the food.
So what's up with you, man? What's in your future? What are you, doing more stand-up shows? You used to produce your own shows at Tommy T's for a long time.
Yeah. I mean, one thing I hate about producing, man, is like, I don't have time. I had to cancel 2 shows since the start of this job, and they were my shows. Because I don't have time to get out and promote.
I always wanted to get invited to do one of your shows.
Well, that's the funny thing. It was after the pandemic. You did the show with Mexiking, and that was the first time that I met you.
That's true.
And you were like, oh, hey, we were just chopping it up. And then I went up, and then you started talking to me afterwards. Because I'd seen your name around, but I'd never met you. So I was like, all right. And then you went up, and then like we started talking afterwards. You're like, oh, I have a podcast. And I was like, okay, cool. And then
that's when I just started too.
Yeah, and you were hella nice. So I was like, if somebody's nice and they're a fucking cool person, right? Like I'll fuck with you. Like I don't care what it is. You don't even have to be funny. But by the way, I do want to say you're fucking killing it lately, dude. Your set is so good. Your set is so fucking fun.
It's been better the last I would say couple of months.
Dude, that C Poppy line is like when you spit that, and I was like, dude, you should keep that in there. Like
people suggested
I just came up with that.
People suggest I make merch with that.
You should.
Yes.
You should, dude. Yes. That would kill.
Yeah.
That's how you're gonna make all your money off the shows, anyways.
Yeah. I gotta reorder some merch right now.
Well, see, you know what's up. You have merch. The beautiful forehead.
Beautiful forehead, dude. You know how many people I bring together because of that? Like, some dudes be like, hey, babe, come here, and then they're like, or dudes will buy it. That's such a shocking thing. I was like, oh, a bunch of women. I was like, no, dudes love the big beautiful forehead shirts, and then I got beanies now. So so for the chicks who don't want to wear the shirt,
cover up that beautiful forehead,
that big forehead. And what I say is, I was like, I know some of y'all might take offense to I say I love big forehead stuff like that, and y'all might be in denial, and y'all don't want to buy a shirt, but it's cool though because I make beanies for y'all. And you know how many chicks come up to me like, I don't want that shirt. Get that shirt away from me. Let me get that beanie though. Let me get that. And then especially dudes who are bald too. I was like, hey, it was like. I was like, you want to try the beanie on and stuff like that? He's like, how is it? And then like they try it on, it's warm as shit. And as a bald dude, love it because I be like, if I'm cold or something like that, if your head's cold, whole body, keep all the heat
all that.
So it's super good.
No, like that's smart to tell them you gotta do something with that. That's such a great.
I like that one, and then I like hiking.
Yeah.
I was like, he was like, I think I'm gonna do the C. I was like, do both. I was like, do both, because that'll be like, they're both good jokes.
I gotta start listening to all this shit though, because I know that's what the day we were there with Sam Miller, where he probably, I don't know how much he got paid, but I saw how much I got paid, and it's like. Getting merch makes a difference.
Merch makes such a huge difference, and like as long as you have some type of inventory, and if you don't even have any of that show, you get somebody to go to your website or something and buy it off of there.
Yeah, that's the next thing. Like website, promoting links and stuff like that. Just when I'm not doing shows, like it's still getting moved, and I was like, maybe I should try to figure out a way to get this on Amazon or something like that. And then I really like, especially like, but then my biggest fear, but I guess this would be like a good fear, is somebody like, I need like 10 shirts. Yeah. It's like, and it's supposed to be a 2-day delivery. I'm like,
it's like, I gotta get them printed. Right? So I don't have it in stock.
But then I'm really like, well, that's $250 right there. I just made our merch and I haven't did a show. Yeah. But like when I opened for Pablo Francisco, moved hella merch. Like I remember I had to re-up with my merch guy. I was just like, I found out while selling, I was like, I just ran out of mediums and larges. And then so I had to, it was XLs, and then I was like down to some mediums. So I reordered both of those. Yeah. And then sold those again too. So
I learned because Mexiking, he has merch. Yeah. So it's like, and he pushes his merch on stage. He brings it on stage, and people like it. Are you leaning over to fart?
My chewing noises.
You're leaning over because your chewing noises are coming out of your ass.
Hilarious. Just, yeah. But yeah, man, it's dope.
Go on with your story, bro.
But I don't know what's in the future. Because this job kind of limits me what I can do during the week. I actually had to turn down a couple of shows recently. But what I'm starting to think is because I write music. I was trying to finish a book. Huh?
You write music?
Yeah, mostly lyrics. I've been trying to teach myself how to play piano, and it hasn't been going well.
Hilarious.
Like it's not bad. Like I have a couple of things that I like, but I'm still learning how to do it. I have some friends that produce, but I haven't had time to get into the studio. And then I have a book that I was working on for most of the beginning of this year, and I haven't been able to sit down and finish it. My goal was to at least have it in position to publish by the end of the year. So like I'm getting closer to that, but like because I'm a published writer and poet, like so I have other shit. Yeah,
I don't know. I know you did spoken word.
Yeah, so I mean like that shit's fun to me. It's expressive. It's a different avenue. And when I was doing improv, we used to do beatnik poetry where we would take a word from the crowd or whatever and like come up with whatever. So one of the cool things is. Yeah, just trying to figure out what it is I'm going to be doing for this next year. You know, it's like, what is on the plan? I was like, I don't know. Hopefully I get up and do more comedy. Might be doing a little bit more skits, getting back into that. And
I remember that.
Yeah, doing some more skits on the weekends and doing some shit like that. But really try to exhaust some other creative avenues.
Well, you got an open invitation to be a little co-host here and there every once in a while if you want to join in.
I'm not mad. This is a fun time.
Yeah.
I like kicking it with you guys. We're just bullshitting. So
You're one of my favorite hangs in comedy. I'm going to tell you that right now, straight up.
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
I just want to say this, man, like because so much has happened this year. I think that I'm trying to be a little bit more mindful about when I spend time with people.
Yeah.
And letting them know is like, look, you guys are like some of the people that I look forward to seeing, and it's not just even looking forward to seeing at comedy, but just in general.
Yeah.
Like whenever you guys are doing well, like fucking that makes me happy because I'm not always able to do that shit. I want to see people that I like and enjoy legitimately, like as human beings. Like I want you guys to fucking win. It doesn't matter, like if I see anybody doing well, like I'm happy for them. Like some people get jealous. Why is this motherfucker getting booked? Why is this motherfucker doing this?
Yeah.
Like no, that's not how I operate. Like I just want to be like, yo, I'm glad that you guys are doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Don't stop fucking doing it.
Yeah.
Because you don't get your time back, and no amount of money can ever make up for what you spend your time doing. And if you're doing something meaningful with some purpose, fucking do it because some people need it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, I was a little salty the first time I ever met you. I offered you to come on my show. You said nah. Like,
did I?
Motherfucker.
No, I didn't.
I fucking hate
No,
this
I didn't.
guy.
You're fucking lying.
Didn't I tell you that story? Didn't I tell you that story?
He doesn't remember.
I don't remember.
He doesn't. He started laughing. I was like, he doesn't remember. Now see, you're trying to riff. You're making shit up.
I'm not.
Really?
No, yeah. You said nah. You know, it's like, what the
No, what?
Yeah.
Did I? I don't know.
Also, I had just met you, so it was weird probably.
Yeah, you probably had your pants down.
No, it was at Tommy T's.
Was it the same day? Oh, okay.
It was a competition where you headlined.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember. Okay. Yeah.
Damn, I can't believe I said no. I don't remember that.
Wasn't Susan Mileto on that show too?
Yeah. And that's where I met Kate Chang, which we're gonna. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, that's hella funny. I don't even remember that. I straight up just said no. That's great.
I think you was going through it with your ex at that time. I think that's
Probably.
Yeah.
And,
Something like that.
you was about to move. I think that's.
Oh
what it was.
yeah. You were about to.
Oh yeah.
Damn,
No,
bro.
yeah, we were looking to move to Hawaii at that time.
Yep.
Yeah, we were gonna move. We were gonna move to either Oahu or Maui.
I remember that.
Was those two islands, or was Hawaii, or were they affected by the fire or no?
No. I mean, Maui. Lahaina is in Maui.
Okay.
So they had a bunch of other fires that went on just outside of Lahaina too. Okay. So like it was a harrowing event.
Okay.
Like
It was the biggest fire that Hawaii's ever had, right?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So everywhere else is good to visit if you're gonna visit Hawaii.
I mean, kind of like you go to different islands, you can check shit out. But like in Lahaina currently, they didn't want them to reopen a lot of the tourism because like some people don't care.
Yeah.
When they go there, like I just want to go on my vacation. I don't give a fuck what happened to you. And like that shit pisses me off, bro. Like so much. Like I saw the shit that was going down during COVID, where people were going over there acting like they own the fucking place.
Yeah.
And I was like, if I ever see any shit like that, I'm fucking fighting. Like I don't give a fuck what happens in the fight. You're gonna get hit.
I remember during COVID, I kind of wanted to move to Hawaii because they was like so serious about not letting too many people in there.
Yeah.
And it was like if you go, or you have to isolate either for 14 days before you leave, or when you come here, you have to isolate before. I was like, ooh, I like how they're being real serious about it.
Yeah.
I would love to live here because I'm like, out here, some places were, some places wasn't. So I was like, just want to be in that like bubble of like, hey, we need to protect so this shit doesn't spread.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'm down for that.
Well, the other cool thing about living in Hawaii that I loved was that I was no longer a minority. You know what I'm saying? It's like the white people was a minority.
Yeah.
Phil. But no, it's cool though, because I remember
blend in.
Yeah, it's like, but until I started talking, they'd be like, "Oh, bro, well, you stay from the South." I'm like, "No, why?" It's like, "Cause you talk like one black guy." I was like, "Oh shit."
Oh yeah.
I was like, "This is how I talk. I don't know what to say."
Hey man, we got the light, but I appreciate you coming out. And I'm sure we'll be seeing you. We'll be seeing you more throughout the day.
Yeah,
yeah, possibly. Do I need to change my clothes?
We'll see you in a few
episodes. All right. Any last thoughts for our listeners? Anything you want to get off your chest?
No, not really, man. Just be nice to each other. I mean, I'm not always nice to everybody, but goddamn it, I fucking try.
Not at all. Not at Tommy T's back in 2019.
Yeah, I tell him, I don't want to do your fucking show.
Nah, it's like
he remembers.
I remember, bro.
The more you talk about it, I think I do remember it. Yeah, because I remember you told me.
I brought it up to you before.
Yeah.
Because I was like, well, the fucking guy's an asshole.
And I think I might have been there when you actually like, nah.
No, you weren't. But it was.
It wasn't.
I did bring it up to you. I was like, how's that guy Chris? Because that guy's a dick.
I was like, nah, Chris is cool.
Yeah.
I was like, what happened? He was like, trying to ask him to be on. He said, nah. I was like, he might be doing something. Or I was like, he's probably like,
he did justify some shit. Yeah.
No, I was going through a lot of shit in that relationship.
All right, man. Give us our listeners your social media.
So soy sauce, butter, and rice, all one word, over on Instagram. Yeah, man. If anything else, I have good stories.
Yeah.
So watch those.
That's been The Voice Party.
And we're out.